Last year we teamed up with Pottinger Ireland and ran a set of Novacat A10s. We decided to get the mowers delivered flat pack style to HQ, and Pottinger Paul and Ben helped Kirstie assemble them here at the barn.
So, first things first, I suppose, you'll see there's no control box for our mowers because it's plugged directly into the tractor. So fully, I suppose, which we'll go through it. What that allows us to do is reassign these features here to suit you, or to suit Garrett or whoever's going to be driving. But we'll start then by just, you can start the tractor. So there's no going... Yeah. So it's called a virtual terminal, and you'll see it there, ISO bus virtual terminal. So you touch that one. Now it's given a few options, but you have to go to this bottom right, and then you should see ours, Pottinger machine. Yeah. So that's the start screen on our control box for our mowers. But the first thing you'll want to do then is go to the transport page. And this will allow us to fold down the mower, so touch that once. So now you'll see the mower's folded up and everything in their transport position, and you'll see the road flashing. Yeah. To activate the control box, you have to touch the road, and this becomes a permanent, it doesn't flash anymore. So if you touch the road symbol, okay, and now we can fold them down by hitting that and keeping your finger on it.
I just hold it?
Yeah, and watch behind you what happens then, yeah. So she'll drop all the way down, keep your finger right on it, yeah. She goes down, past her, and back up to her work position, and now you can let go of it. And now she puts out the side guards automatically. Yeah. You'll hear it still working, you let it work, and then it'll go to the work page. It's still in the transport page, so if you wait now it's in your work page. Now you're ready to mow. So here you'll see a pressure. That's how heavy or light the mowers are running. So traditionally maybe a spring would do that, to counterbalance. And this is done hydraulically, and you can adjust it. So if you feel like the mowers are running a bit light and maybe skipping grass, if you can reduce the pressure here, and it'll make them sit heavier on the ground. And that's done very simple by this P1 or the P minus and the P plus. So see, I've reduced the pressure there. And then that's adjusted automatically, because the wider the mowers are, the heavier they become because of leverage. Yeah. And that'll adjust the pressure to allow for that. So yeah, it's something you don't have to worry about. But when you're in the field, you touch that. Now they're not regulating, and you put it to green, and it regulates all the time the pressure. So just make sure that that's green in the field.
Yeah.
The second thing then is basic functions like up and down.
Yeah. Up here. And
Yeah.
there.
So you can touch that. That's your left and your right. One touch. Yeah.
So
And just one touch. Yeah. We'll let down your mowers.
she does it all herself.
Yeah. And the same with the front mower. The front mower is controlled out of this control box. So one touch, the front mower is down.
That's great.
Now you can see, for example, if you didn't have a reassignable joystick, that might not be the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
Because you were jumping around a bit and trying to find that on a flat screen. So I would normally say for people who have Isobus, without an Isobus joystick, it's not that user friendly.
Yeah.
You know, you're coming out and you're trying to
Draw a
find.
button.
Yes. So, but that's up to the customer.
Yeah.
So now we can see here all our mowers are down. They're in the flow position and in a work position. So the next thing on that page, we can skip to the next page, and here we can control the working width of the mowers. So if you want to press that one, it puts the mowers out just one touch out to their full working width, and you can feel the pressure. She added it there, and yeah, you can play with them all. So that's all in. Yeah. So now you have the maximum amount of overlap, and then this
What about
one
that one?
here, this one sends both of them in that direction.
Oh, I like moves them all the one.
Yeah, so if you're on a side hill, yeah, they're both to the right. Yeah, that one will come in, and the left one will go out now.
So the way that bar there is green.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
that's regulating. That's saying the pressure is regulated, and that's, yeah, everything is working as it
Grand.
should be. Yeah.
And what about this one?
So that's the automatic one, and we can speak about that. So what basically that is, when you touch that, the front mower will drop instantly, and then you can set it that the back mower then will drop at the exact same place, or a little bit before, a little bit behind. It's very easily done. It's done on measurement, so in meters, or on time. So you could say, right, I want the back mowers dropping 4 seconds after the front mower, or what you can normally do is measure the distance between the beds, and then you'll know that they'll drop in the exact same spot. Which,
put that all in there. Just
yes,
the
we can go
meters?
through that. Yeah, we'll go through that now. But it's nice maybe if you're grouping and you have swarts that you don't want to damage, that you're letting them down just between the swart and the uncut grass. So that is a nice feature. So if you go to the next page,
This?
and this is our groupers, letting them up or down. So you can control each side. So a lot of people say in hay and stuff would maybe just group in one side close to the ditch to keep it out from the ditch. And to do that, yeah, you can play with. So that's letting it down. If you go to the next one, it lets it up. If you keep your finger on it for that,
hold
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Same side?
Yeah.
Or same on our side?
Yeah, with the bottom below it, that's letting it down, that's the one, yeah, exactly. So now you're letting it out into 3 rows, and you can control how wide your swat is with the swat doors, you know, depending on what's coming behind you. When you're grouping, the inside swat door, you see it mounted on the wide hood, can be taken off to allow flow on the belt. Press escape now, and we can go into the set menu. Yeah. Here you can see some things. For example, when you go into reverse, she'll automatically lift the mowers.
She'll lift all 3 of them?
Yeah. But your distance is set here in the X. So this is the automatic lowering, and you can see when you press the down button now, so your front mower drops automatically. And then the back mowers drop 8 meters later.
Yeah.
And you can set that. And you just
this
touch
is
it.
the seconds,
Yeah.
this is the meters.
So touch it, and then you can put in whatever value you want. If you press out of that Isobus virtual terminal now, we go through how to assign the functions.
Next.
Yeah. And go to your menu page. Now go to applications. And you'll see control setup. And now, yes, here's where we can assign functions.
Like each button.
On that joystick you have there, the main command arm, there's only 3 buttons on that one that we are allowed to reassign to isobus controlled machines. The rest you can keep for spool valves, for auto steer.
Yeah.
But for the isobus controlled machines we have 3. If you just click on the just click on the mower, say for example. Now you get the options from our mower to push on button number 12. Yeah. So you could really get, you know,
Some with options.
there's a lot of options, so that's why you need to be, you know. So that's assigned now, but we have to activate it. So you press ISO aux, and it's going to ask you to be careful, and you accept that. And then it'll load it. Now just press custom, because it's our custom one that we're using. And now they should become active. Now they're green. Yep.
Then you save it? Or
No,
what's
it's
default?
already saved, so no, that's good. Now you can press X. And yeah, now them functions are working, so
10, 11 and 12
Yeah.
or what?
try them now and you'll see. Yeah. So the left one, yeah.
Does it matter the grippers?
No,
No?
they lift, they stay up there all the time when you're not grouping, and yeah. Now let's let it down, now it's up, yeah. And number 12 is your front mower.
Aye, that's hand there, isn't
Yeah, so it's so to hand now. It takes a while to find it when, you know, yeah.
it? Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and then the other one is the other side. Yeah. So that's, now you're working. That's as
That
simple as
makes it
that every
far
time.
handier.
Yeah.
Definitely so.
So with that, you don't really need the automatic in a way, you know, letting down. It's so to hand that you don't need much more. So to fold the mowers in to transport position, the groupers have to be down.
I folded on
Yeah.
underneath her.
Now you can press escape. Now, yeah. Now you can use your joystick if you want.
Lift them up.
Yeah. And the back ones. Yeah.
Now up.
Yeah, now you hit your road position. Yeah, and now keep your finger on the up. Now here, see the way she folds in
Bring
now?
herself on.
And don't get nervous, she slows down and keep your finger on it. Yeah, keep your finger on it. She'll slow down, keep your finger on it. See?
Oh, I see it now.
And she comes in nice and slow. Dack, dack. Make sure those yellow, that's the yellow holding
Lock 'em.
brackets, lock it, and you hear that clack clack, you know you're fully locked. And
You
you'll
can nearly see anyway.
yeah,
where
you
they
can.
do.
You can see them and you can hear them, and you can see now the hydraulic folding side guards are down.
Aye. Everything happens then whenever she's.
Exactly folding in, so you can't
Yeah.
do anything wrong. One thing nice about this mower is the lowest part of the mower is the frame, not a gearbox.
It's only.
It's the whole frame.
give a rock.
Exactly. If
So
you're letting
they-
her down to get in under a tree, you're not worried about ripping off the gearbox. You might touch the frame, which is okay, not ideal, but not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like it. So you can really run these mowers low on the lift arms on the road.
And does them front sides come up?
Yeah. They can be plumbed into the back mower, or they're on a spool. And right now they're on a spool, and I think he has it on number B or letter B. Yeah.
Aye.
We can plumb them directly into the back mowers that they're all done together. We can do that now. And now you're ready for road. If you felt that she was still a bit low, you could rise your lift arms a little bit just
Yeah.
for the road, and then back down to that working position in the field.
Fold her back out again then?
Yeah. Let you do it now. I won't say anything. And
Let me see.
no, transport.
Transport.
Yeah. You fold them out and transport is out. Yeah.
You fold them out on the transport
exactly,
screen.
Yeah.
And then
exactly.
you go into work.
It goes into work automatically. So
Right.
press the road button once. Yeah.
Keep that.
Yeah. And then down. And keep your finger on it.
This one?
Yeah. You'll see, keep it on and she'll drop all the way down past her headland height.
Bring
and
yourself back up again.
And then comes back to her headland height. And that's it. Now she lets out the side guards herself. You'll hear them working.
Aye.
And when they stop, she'll go to the work screen. Now if you want to drop the mower, back mowers on the ground, and we can take a walk around outside.
I can do all this now with gear stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the gear stick better, I think.
Yeah. We have another control box, so if you don't have Isobus, we have a nice control box that fits around your hand as well, where you can find all those functions really easy.
And the grippers up or down?
Yeah, sure, put them up, whatever suits. Yeah, put them up.
Playing about where I think
For
you
sure.
would get on it.
It's too much to take in one go. We've only touched the basic functions, and I think as you use it, you'll find the functions yourself. But
Take it down the runner.
we can take a walk around her now, and yeah, we can turn her off, I suppose. Yeah, so the lift arm height, that's the set position, and roughly it is 1,370 from the ground to this point, which is set at that now. So that's your work position in the field. But for example, if you were swarting and you had a big swart and it was very high, that might be a bit low, because when you come out you might catch it. So it's no problem to run her a bit higher on the lift and leaving it. Yeah, you won't damage anything. It's no problem. Back mowers then. This is a nice feature here, the swat comb. So every time you let down your mower with the groupers working,
That'll be in the middle.
that'll be in the middle, and you can set your height here, how far you want it to go down. And that keeps two nice uniform rows in together. So it's basically,
Just a bolt?
yeah, it's only a matter of removing that pin.
Moving it to...
Yeah. And putting it here, say. And then the next time you let your mower down, it'll come against the pin there rather than the other. Then when you fold your mowers up, they come right up and out of the way.
They go all with it too?
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about it. The blades are quick change blades. It's this tool here. We can go through it later to how to change them. But it's really simple. Put this into your disc, you turn it, it makes enough room to stick your blades in.
Yeah.
And it's held there. And it's the same on the front mower, and we have here a box to carry spare blades, as you can see. So
Everything's there.
yeah, everything's there.
It's a nice wee touch, that.
Yeah. That auto greaser, you're probably familiar with this, coming from the lorries. You know, there's a couple of ways to fill it, you know, pneumatically, but we also supply a cartridge, a gun that takes a cartridge. So you put the cartridge into your gun, you turn this off here, and whoosh, the whole cartridge goes straight in. There's no pressure or anything in there, so it just goes straight in quite easily. You have your LED, this has the LED pack, so you know you have nice LEDs here to see your swart if you're grouping, because even though that has the 360-degree lights, they still probably won't reach back here, so yeah, that's a nice touch as well. Other things then, yeah, here's a good chance to look at the gearbox. If you look down, you can see that the frame is the lowest part. So really going in and out of gaps and things, if you're worried, you know, you can let her right down. Okay, on the road, you want to keep a bit of distance, but if you're not worried about striking the gearbox, or, you know. And what's unique on this is the Y drive. So you'll see now the right hand bed is driven from the left hand side of the gearbox.
Yeah.
So it gives a nice long shaft. So it makes for an easier driven mower and more reliability in the shaft. So it is a Y drive system, much smoother, yeah. And a longer shaft is always nicer with more profile, but less angle, you know. Lift arm height, yeah, it's roughly around 700 mil, and once your shaft is straight, but we can set that. We'll go through it with you, and then you'll know because you can look at the percentage of the lift arm height on the tractor, and you can say like 25%, for example, is the optimal working height. And then, for example, then we can check how low can you go. We can say like maybe 4%. That's as low as we can go to get in and out in gaps.
Yeah.
Or then we get a road position. So it's only a matter of kind of working that out with the tractor. Yeah.
If you've done a couple of jobs on her, you would know.
For sure.
What?
For
is
sure.
what.
And what's really nice, of course, and what we really recommend with any set of triple mowers is a hydraulic top link. So it allows you to be flexible with your cutting depth, for example, but also with this one, it's allowing us when we're folding it just to keep it back from these guards.
And there's not much.
No, so on the road we have it lengthened a bit. It's not touching them, but just to keep it a little bit back. And then in the field, then you can adjust your top link as you want to get your mowing height. There's nothing else to say, you know. You really only have 3 hydraulic pipes. You have a pressure return and a load sensing one, and then the other thing then is the isobus cable that will either go into a control box or in her it's plugged into herself.
Keeping the door open so I can shout out. Right. Not pressing the right one.
Yeah, you can bring the 2 of them up to that position.
Yeah.
Now let down your belts, which you can do on the transport page. That's it. It'll go to the work page itself when it's done. Yeah.
That it?
Perfect.
Got her left running?
We can start her actually. Do you want to give her a twirl? Front and back.
Right.
So, if we just lift up our mowers to the headland position on your work page.
Up here?
Yeah, or the left and yeah. And lift up the belts.
And that page?
Yeah. And then you turn your PTOs on by pushing those forward on this, kick it and push forward. Yeah.
Sounds flush.
Yeah. Now is the fun part. Now we're more. Bring her up to 1,000 here. Then we'll see what happens.
Sounds alright?
Smooth on. It's very quiet car park.
What? I can't wait to hear the noise of it. You happy now?
I'm happy. You?